Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's YT Wake 'em Up, back at it again with another video, part 2 for today. Hey, we having a series today. I'm gonna try to get a lot of videos rolling out today for y'all, man. So hopefully y'all tune in. I need y'all to thumbs up this video. Immediately right now, let's try to get this video to 300 likes. And I need everybody to smash subscribe if you're brand new. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Like I said, I'm gonna keep a regular continuation of these videos about the job market. So this one right here is a little different though. People are actually being scammed on Indeed. There's a lot of scams on Indeed these days. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So it's a lot of fake job listings, not just the ghost listings. We're talking about actual fake listings, scams. Scammers are using Indeed to target people. I basically want to put this video out to show y'all and to warn y'all to be cautious. It's always something to learn from these videos, right? Knowledge is power, so we about to get it in.
I got scammed on Indeed. I never thought that would happen to me. So I was really needing a job. Oh my God, I was looking up like entry level, no experience jobs. I found this job, entry level events coordinator. Sounded like you were just gonna like help set up events. I applied for the job. They liked my application and they wanted to do a Zoom interview with me. So I go on the Zoom interview. It's literally just this guy talking. He just sent every candidate that link and they're like, yeah, so if you got this, just fill out this like survey thing. They were making it sound like we were like very good candidates, like we made it to the next round. I filled out the survey and they respond back to me within like a day. They're like, we loved your application. We want to do like a second round of Zoom interviews. So I go in this Zoom interview and I was expecting it to just be me and the interviewer, and I open it and there's like another girl in there. So they're interviewing both of us at the same time. I was like, okay, that's a little weird. The guy who's interviewing us is wearing like a suit. Like he looks like super professional. He starts asking us questions and bitch, I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Like, all these corporate words and terms that I don't know. And I was BSing so hard. Like I could literally tell when I was doing the interview, there's absolutely no way they're gonna pick me out over this bitch. She's literally professional. She's older than me. And he starts explaining the job. It's basically saying that we're gonna like start off entry level and then we're gonna move up. We'll eventually be like a manager in like a few months. I'm like, I thought this was an events assistant. Like, what is the job you're describing? They kept asking me if I had questions and I was just like making up the most random questions. I was like, so do you guys like hang out? Like I was asking like dumb ass questions. And he kept emphasizing how they have like a really good like bond within their company. They always do events and trips and stuff. Throughout the interview, he was just explaining a job that was like completely different than the one that I applied for. I'm like too nice. I didn't want to like stop him and be like, I don't think this job's for me. I just like kept going with it. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Like I definitely think that I would be perfect for this role. I was just like spitting random bullshit. I'm just such a people pleaser in that aspect. Like I could not like stop him and say that I don't want to do this job. So I just kept going with it. But I was saying such bad answers. I was like, there is no way I'm getting this job. So after the interview, I'm like, whatever. Like, I don't think they're going to call me back. Bitch, tell me why they call me back. Congratulations. You've made it to the 3rd round of interviews. This is a phone interview. He starts asking me more questions, more corporate ass questions that I don't know the answers to. He then puts me on hold for 15 minutes. I'm like, you're talking to the team right now. Why is it taking so long? After the 15 minutes, he's like, yeah, so sometimes when we have these calls, they don't always go the way that we expect. And I was like, oh, thank God. He's like, but this isn't one of those calls. Congratulations. We'd like to offer you the position. I'm like, no fucking way. There's no way this man just offered me a job. I was so put on the spot. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm so excited to start. I was really sketched out by this job because I was like, okay, but I fucking bombed that interview. There is no way that they are giving me the job right now. So I felt like they were like mocking me. I was like, is this a prank? Go online. I look up the company. I cannot find any information about it. They had to go to the recruiter's LinkedIn, find a bunch of stuff. I finally found their website. Their website looks so sketchy. It said they have all these Fortune 500 clients. None of them were listed. They talked about how their team was so close and they do all these trips and events. There isn't a single picture of any of their employees. End up telling the job that I just got another opportunity. They were like so insistent on me working there. And I'm just like thinking what would have happened if I showed up to the place. Because I looked up the place on a map and it looked kind of sketchy. Am I gonna get kidnapped? The whole thing just gave me really sketch vibes. After I saw the website, I was like, oh hell no, this is definitely a scam. They really made me feel special. They really made me feel like that bitch. Like I just got a full-time job. Once I bombed the interview on purpose and they still hired me, that did it for me. So yeah, guys, check your jobs, do some research on the company before getting your hopes up.
Yeah, so for anybody that's been applying as of recently, now hear me out. They're interviewing multiple candidates at the same time. It's almost like you know how you go to the, like those almost like a job fair to where they interview multiple different people. It's basically like, you know how you have an open house where multiple people come in and look at a property? It's like the same thing for the job market. Multiple people are inside of this Zoom room. So they pretty much just send the same link over and over again to whoever applied for the job. And they want to do a dual interview process. They want to interview multiple people at the same time. It's like a group interview, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And of course, everybody makes it to the next round because it's a scheme. And their website 9 times out of 10 is kind of janky. I know some professional businesses still have janky websites, but that's just a thing too. The janky websites, the outdated copyright dates, the pictures that they stole from Google, or the blurry pictures, or I know a scam. I learned young how to differentiate a legitimate website versus a scam site. So I know.
Let me tell you about the time I got scammed on Indeed. If you don't know, Indeed is a website where you can upload your resume and apply for jobs. I applied for this remote job that was a data entry specialist through this company. After I applied for it on Indeed, I got an email from their HR department saying, "Thank you for applying. We'll be reviewing your application and getting back with you shortly." A couple hours go by and I get another email, and it's from the HR department saying that they would love to set up an interview with me, that I would need to download this secure messenger, red flag number 1, and ask to speak with Carrie Braxton. They're interviewing something, I don't know. So I download this messenger, I upload the number that they tell me to put in there, and I ask for Carrie Braxton for how to proceed with the interview process. This person messages me back and is like, "Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you find us on?" You know, basic interview questions. And it keeps going on, and then they ask maybe like 10 more questions, and very basic interview questions. So I answer them. They say, "We're going to forward your answers onto our HR department and we'll be back with you." And I was just thinking like, oh, they're probably just going to forward it on and then they'll set up like a calling interview. Do you see my animals back there? Hey, leave the cat alone. Come on. Good girl. After they tell me that they're going to send my information over to HR, I wait 30 minutes. And they message me back and they say, "Congratulations, if you want the position, it's all yours, you've been hired, yay." And I was like, I would love to accept the position, this is gonna be awesome. In moving forward, how do I get the technology to be able to move forward to start the position? And they tell me, red flag number 2, they're gonna send me a check through UPS. They're going to overnight ship it to me, and then I'm going to use that check with a reputable computer, I don't know, something, and I will purchase them myself. And I said, okay, still a little bit confused because I've never heard of anything like that before. And I said, "Could you offer me some clarification on what you're meaning? You're going to send me a check to provide me with the technology." And they were like, "Don't worry, it's not going to be taken out of your future wages." And I was like, "Oh, I wasn't worried about that. I'm wondering why you're trying to send me money is what I'm worried about." Well, they kind of stopped communicating with me because they tell me like there'll be more information tomorrow. This is like all they can offer. So I just said, "Thank you. We'll chat again tomorrow." No big deal. So they tell me to log back onto this messenger at 9 in the morning and message them back. Well, I got an email at 1:30 in the morning, and it said like, "Congratulations, welcome to, please fill out your contract." So normally when you start a job, the contract should be anywhere from like probably 15 to 30 pages depending on where you're working. I have previously worked at Home Depot, and their contract to sign is like hundreds of pages because it's a lot of work. So this contract is 4 pages long, 4 pages, and the like way it's set up, it's not set up perfectly. Like it is definitely something that was taken from the internet and like put onto a PDF, but it didn't transfer right. Well, silly goofy me, I did not sign it. Thank the good Lord above, I did not sign that paper at all, because this is what gave me suspicion that it might be fake. the message that said like congratulations was like a screenshot of a message. It wasn't actually typed out in the email. So what I did is I went to the original email and I clicked on the logo and information that they had in that email, which took me to a website. The website definitely did look very reputable. It said it had been open since 2005. The address was correct. The email was correct. Everything looked correct. Like there was like an about us page, how to contact us page. Like everything looked really good. So I scroll to the contact and I click on it and it has the address and just the email. It doesn't have like a sender request type of information like they do sometimes, or a phone number, which I thought was weird because this company would definitely need a phone number. So I click on the address, and normally when you click on an address, it will take you directly to GPS directions of how to get to that address. Well, this address link took me to another website that was the actual website of the people they were pretending to be. So I called them this morning, actually, at 9:45. And I asked to speak with a manager. I said, I promise I'm not a Karen. I just am concerned in being scammed. I just want to know if it's real. They opened at 9 a.m. this morning because they're closed on Mondays. And they said I was the 18th person to call. So if you were one of those 18 people out there, or if there was more, please let me know how yours went, because I cannot believe that I almost just got scammed out of a job. Like, that is wild to me. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Let's talk about how there's fake job postings on Indeed and how I think they in on it. So one day I had applied for this hotel front desk job, and a week later they sent me a denial for the job. They said basically they not moving forward with my application and A couple days after I get this email, I get an iMessage from this number. They have my information. They know what job I applied to, the position, everything. And they like, this is the manager or the owner. I want to give you an interview at this address. So the address that they gave me was not the address to the hotel. So that was fishy. Plus, the person that was texting me, they wasn't spelling nothing right. So I was like, this is suspicious. I'm not bold enough to show up at the address or nothing, but I'm just wondering, like, what the hell is going on? How did they get my information? If I submitted the application through Indeed, how did this person have my information?
That's a great point right there. Is Indeed in on this? Because it's their platform. It's their website. They should automatically have some type of fraud prevention measures that are in place. On the back end, it should say if a listing seems legitimate or if it seems like a scam, it should automatically be flagged, it seems like, right? Also, we do know that a lot of these businesses, they'll sell your information to third parties and to other businesses. They'll sell your information and have other people target you, call you, reach out to you, things of that sort, right? So, good question. Is Indeed in on it? Because why are they allowing this? Why is there not a notice at the top of the website when you log in saying, hey, be aware of these scams?
Okay, y'all, I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible so I won't have to do a part 2. Y'all, stop using Indeed to apply for jobs. Or if you do, be very, very cautious. So some of you may know, some of you may not know, but a lot of people are using Indeed to upload or create fake job postings. And when you apply for the jobs, they use your information for crazy ass shit. Now, look, usually I'm very, very on point and I always listen to my intuition. But this time, I don't know what the fuck happened. I should have listened to my intuition, but I didn't. I applied for this job. The company on Indeed is called Task Hustle. That's TaskHustle. Task Hustle. Now, I know they're not the only ones on there that's doing that, but this is just the one that I ran into that did it to me. I applied for this company and I got a response back maybe about a day or two after I applied for the company. I had a little interview, and usually, I done got jobs and shit, and sometimes interviews don't be that long, but this interview was very vague. Like, it's just, I don't know, it was just giving weird vibes. I still decided to follow through with the interview anyway. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm just tripping with whatever. So he was like, I will receive a call back about a day or two afterwards to basically let me know if I got hired and shit like that. I received a call back and they told me that I got the job and shit like that, and that when was I available to start training. Now, if you know, you know, some jobs may do this, but I never ran across one that do this. When you training for a job, they usually give you like a set day. You know, it's a whole team training and all of that shit like that. He asked me, when could I start training? And he asked if I could train this Tuesday, which is the 8th. No, the 9th. Sorry, the 9th. Today is the 9th. I told him, yeah, not thinking nothing of it. Now, this when shit started getting real weird. He was like, the supervisor will reach out to me and that I needed to basically download the app Telegram on my phone, and because that's what they use for their company to communicate. A lot of companies use Telegram. That's legit, but a lot of people are also using Telegram to do fraudulent ass shit. I download Telegram, and here comes Tuesday. Today the supervisor reached out to me and sent me like basically a long paragraph saying that we will be doing this and doing that, and to basically set up accounts for Bitcoin and all this other shit. And I immediately was like, huh?
You know, I'm going to keep it a buck. A job with the name Hustle in it? Red flag to me. Sound like you are the hustle. They hustling you. And then as soon as they said Telegram, wait a minute. I already know how they get down on Telegram. We already know what goes down on Telegram. And then we can talk about Bitcoin. Now, I use Bitcoin. I use it to fund my trading accounts, but that's legitimate. You see what I'm saying? But if a job is telling me anything about Bitcoin, I'm good. I'm straight. I promise you that. You can have it. You can have it. I'm good on you. I'll pass.
So I just want to give a little PSA to all the peeps out there. If you are applying for a job, whether it's on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, or any of those online job boards, beware of scams. And I mean this. Do not ever accept a job offer where they do not interview you over the phone or in person or in a Zoom meeting where you can see their face. Do not ever, ever, ever do that. If they're like, hey, we want to interview you through Skype chat or Telegram, do not do that shit. Do not do that. Do not do that shit. It is a scam. It is 100% a scam. No job will ever ask you to do an interview through a chat. That's not a thing. And if it is a thing, it's super rare. Actually, I have heard of like if you work for Slack, they do interviews through chat or something. But other than that, if you're doing like a regular job, like something administrative or customer service based or whatever, and they ask you to interview you through chat, don't do it. It's a scam. Just don't do it. And one final thing too, they will also offer you like a ridiculous amount of money in their first meeting with you, their first like introduction, like, hey, we're offering you this job for $35 an hour. Come on. No one's just going to offer you that out of nowhere. Additionally, when you do ask questions, they will be very, very pushy with you. So they will be like, hey, you need to complete this as soon as possible. If not, this opportunity could disappear. Like things like that. Scam. So just to recap and some red flags to look for, never take an interview through any type of chat such as Telegram or Signal or Skype chat or whatever. If they offer you a ridiculous amount of money from the get-go, most likely scam. If they're super pushy and they're rushing you to accept this job offer and submit all your information, scam. And if the application process is moving suspiciously quick, scam. And guys, honestly, just do your research, because if you look this up, you will see there have been a lot of people who have been getting scammed by getting their info taken from Indeed or ZipRecruiter or whatever. So just be cautious and use your common sense. And if anyone ever reaches out to you, always ask for an interview in person or over the phone or a Zoom meeting where you can see their face. Never just do it through a chat. Never.
So I'm about to go bowling and get out of this ridiculous outfit, but first I have a story to tell you guys because I put on this outfit for no reason. So I just graduated in December, okay? And I'm very picky about what job I want. I just graduated with public relations and multimedia journalism, okay? And so, like, I want something that has to do with, like, social media. Like, that's what I used to run, like, the college's social media. Like, I've done a lot of stuff in the area where I live. And, like, I want to do something cool. Like, I'm not settling, okay? So I've been kind of picky about jobs and like turning them down and such. And I'm on this UGC app that has like social media, like content jobs, like videographer people, like photographers, like all of the above. Anything that has to do with like media, they have, okay? So it's like people get on there and they try to hire people for jobs, and usually it's like super legit stuff, okay? So I was on there earlier and I was searching, and I saw this job that was like $100 an hour for 30 hours a week, literally just to like run this person's like social media, okay? And I was like, yeah, like that would be awesome. Like I could just do that in addition to like my social media, like whatever. Okay. Yeah, so I fell for a scam. I got ready and everything, thought that I was gonna get on like this interview. Yeah, they basically just tried to steal my identity, and somehow I fell for it. And I gave them a lot of my information, like not too much, but like I gave them a decent amount of my information. So actually, Waylon, whatever, if you're out there, yeah, thanks for scamming me. So I guess I've come to a conclusion that I think I'm just gonna stick with social media for now, but yeah, if anyone knows of something, definitely hit my line, but yeah, it's just not going well.
So I may or may not have been scammed by a job. Going to the location now to see if this job is actually legit. Okay, we're here. We're walking to the office building and we're gonna see if it's even there. It's not looking promising. There's actually nobody here. Look.
Why are we here?
Actually doesn't exist. I'm gonna blank it out, but it's not there. Like, it's not there. Okay, as a last resort, we are going onto every single floor. We're gonna see everything that's here and everything that isn't here, right? I don't know about you, but it feels like an abandoned building almost. Second floor was a fail, going to the third, and then there's only a fourth left. Like, if you can see, there's a bunch of just random ass empty offices with like nothing.
They're not here?
Actually, like, they're not here.
I guess not.
Well, the elevator doesn't even work. Final verdict?
It's not real.
It's not real. I got scammed.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, so let me just give you a small backstory just so you know what's going on. So because I'm graduating soon, I have been job hunting and I've been looking on sites such as Indeed, LinkedIn, etc. And I found this position and it was on both sites. And so I was like, okay, well, this seems super legit. Like it was verified, all of those kinds of things. And keep in mind, I am 100% aware of scams and job scams. And so I checked and they do have two websites, one for regular, one for hiring. And they have like all of their employees on LinkedIn. And so I was like, okay, awesome. I mean, this seems pretty legit. So I thought it was 100% legit until I brought it up with my mom, who found a Reddit post basically saying a long thread of like not just one, not just two, like a couple of users saying that this was a scam. And so I started doing a little more digging and I had a lot of questions and not that many answers. And just to emphasize exactly how legit it seemed is I had not one but two interviews with Zoom interviews with them. So I saw them and I found both of them on LinkedIn, like under employees, like who works there. So I was like, okay, awesome. Like this is legit. So Riley and I were like, you know what? Like with everything provided, let's just go see if it exists. Let's just go see if it exists, right? And obviously you know how that ended. So if you are also job hunting and there just seems to be more questions than answers, it's probably a good sign that it's not legit. At least definitely not the right fit for you. So be careful.
Okay, y'all. Y'all know this is the most interactive channel on YouTube. Y'all know I'm interactive. Have you come across any scam job listings? Have you actually went to the building or gone to the interview and then realized it was a scam? Or what's the story? What's your story behind it? When did you know that it was a scam? Did you go to the interview or did you not? And did they actually get anything out of you? Did they get your information? Did they actually physically bust a jug in your name? And if you know what a jug is, that's somebody doing fraudulent activity in your name. Has that happened to anybody in the comments or what? Because y'all know this job market is out of hand. Y'all know it's out of hand. We got ghost listings. We got scams. Indeed is not really a safe place to go no more. I mean, you can find some good legitimate jobs, but you got to do your research on these companies. You got to know how to weed around the real listings and the fake listings. So let me know, has anybody become a victim to any of these Indeed scams? That's what I would like to know. And if you made it to the end of the video, I'm already gonna know, because I'm gonna know by what you comment. With that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all watching, man. Click the video that pops up on the right if you haven't already. It's YT Wake 'em Up, and I'm out. Peace.